What's up, sports fans? What's up, world? This is MC Run with his co-host.
It's Kenneth.
And we are keeping it 10 toes down. We are the sports podcast that enjoys Super Bowl Sunday. Because this Sunday is Super Bowl Sunday. We've got one last game in the NFL season. This is always so bittersweet because, yes, we got one last football game to go, but we got one last football game in the NFL season to go.
And then what we gonna watch?
I'm gonna watch tennis
on TV.
I'm gonna watch. What are you talking about? We got tennis and I got tennis and basketball, and I watch WWE wrestling, so I still got some. And hey, for some people, they like college basketball. You know, March Madness is coming up next month.
For sure.
So you know, there's still excitement in the air when it comes to sports. But it is like that big blow when when football season just bam ends. So it is like like for me as a sports fan, a fan of both football, basketball, and tennis. It's like one of the three sports I like to watch is now gone, but it's okay. But let's go ahead, man. Let's go ahead and talk about it, man. The Super Bowl. We got the Chiefs and the Niners, man. Like, how excited are you for this Super Bowl, man?
Not at all. Y'all know why I'm mad. My team ain't in it.
Listen, man, the Ravens lost. Get over it.
Oh, I will not. I will not. Hey, but you know what? It's I guess it's a good thing because say if we went to the Super Bowl and lost, then we wouldn't have a perfect record in the Super Bowl. So okay, whatever. But I don't know. At first, I said I was not going to watch this Super Bowl because I don't want to see Taylor Swift 20 million times.
You know you're going to see her.
I do not want to see Taylor Swift. I know exactly, but I don't want to. That's the crazy part.
I mean, that's why nobody wanted to watch the Chiefs in the Super Bowl because they were going to play up, Taylor Swift, this, that, like. So many football fans,
But peep though, so y'all know how I gave y'all all them Jim Harbaugh numbers last week with the number 4 and him being a homer and always coming back to the same spot.
Yeah.
So what's some numbers with Taylor Swift too?
Huh?
Peep this.
Oh.
Taylor Swift was born on the 13th. Her favorite number is 13. Right?
Yeah.
This is Super Bowl 58. What's 5 plus 8?
Oh, 13.
13. This is the current Chiefs' 13th playoff game.
Are you?
The Super Bowl is on what day? The 11th of February.
I was about to say, it ain't no 13. It ain't going to be the 13th of February.
No, but what is 11 plus 2? Got him. I'm going to keep going. I'm almost done. Taylor Swift has a concert right before the Super Bowl, right? In Tokyo.
Yeah.
How many hours does it take to get from Tokyo?
13!
13. Okay. A couple more, right? The 49ers. 4 plus 9.
9, 13.
What number does Brock Purdy wear?
God damn it!
And Jed York for the 49ers. This is his 13th season with San Francisco.
Man, no, the Illuminati brought up this. No.
Yeah, bro. It's crazy. I'm like, damn.
What? All this 13th? No. This Super Bowl is rigged. You just proved it.
Oh, man. But yeah, I mean, honestly, if Brock Purdy's number was not 13, I would be like, the Chiefs are going to win hands down easy. The numbers just say. But that would be so funny if the Chiefs ended up with 13 points in this game. Betters, get on it. No, but outside of all that, man, I mean, I'm not excited for the Super Bowl because I'm salty, but it's still going to be a good Super Bowl. Like you have the Niners, that defense, all that star power, all that star-studdedness, versus one of the best pairs, really one of the best trios in football history. You got Andy Reid, you got Patrick Mahomes, you got Travis Kelce.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So it's bound to be an amazing game. Now Patrick Mahomes is 2-0 versus San Francisco. But we all know that Patrick Mahomes does not play like regular season Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. So, you got that real good Niners defense. The Patrick Mahomes out here averaging an 80 passer rating. Only 5 touchdowns and 4 interceptions in the Super Bowl. I feel like the Chiefs can be had, especially because this time around they don't have Tyreek Hill. Yeah, it's real interesting, man.
I mean, I'm always going to be excited for the Super Bowl. It's the Super Bowl, It's the last game of the NFL season. There's always going to be a part of me that carries some excitement and just carries some. Yeah, I really want to see this game because it's the Super Bowl. I'm a sports fan. I'm a football fan, so I'm going to always, just enjoy the Super Bowl. So, but I'm always going to be excited for it. There's always going to be a part of me. Now, is there a part of me that is like, oh crap, all this Taylor Swift crap is going to is going to be an overload? Yes. I mean, come on. Like, yeah, that's the only reason why I honestly wanted the Ravens to beat the Chiefs. Even though I knew that they weren't, because I'm like, please save us from this, please save from this Taylor. Like, because now you got people saying that freaking Travis Kelce invaded the 10th fade and all that. I'm like, what the?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, what? Crazy. Like, he ain't invented the fade. Black people been getting fade since like the 80s.
I got a 10th
huh?
I got a 10th fade right now.
Yeah, exactly. Like, man, like what? Black people been getting that. Like, what?
But I know you excited for Usher. I ain't gonna lie. I saw Usher at Dreamville Fest, bro, last year, and that man was dancing and singing for 2 hours straight. I know he gonna. Oh, how long is Usher's set for the Super Bowl?
I have no idea.
Guess. Take a wild guess.
13 minutes.
Yep. Yep. Crazy. I just hope they have good commercials this year. When they went on that streak of having bad commercials, I was just like, man, y'all let me down.
Yeah, I do hope that they have some good commercial. Like, yeah, that's the one thing. Like, yeah, like the Super Bowl hasn't had any good commercials in a while. Like, I honestly, the last time I remember like hysterically laughing during like the Super Bowl commercials was like in like 2010, where you had the Saints versus the Colts. That was like the last time. That was the last time I was actually like, these Super Bowl commercials are hilarious, and ever since then, like, it hasn't met that high standard. Like, because like that's honestly like. I look forward to two things when it comes to the Super Bowl. Like, I look forward to the game. I also look forward to the commercials. I don't really care about the halftime show, not that much. I really don't. Unless it's like with artists that I actually care about. Like, I really, really, really care about. Even with The Weeknd, like, I like The Weeknd, but it's like,
I'm not going to pop Weeknd, though. Like, if they had gave us, like, Hurt in His Feelings, I Bell Tesfaye, bro, I would have been crazy.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like, I don't get me wrong. I like Usher. I like Usher, but it's got to be like catching Lamar having a Super Bowl. Oh, I'm like, oh yeah, or like J. Cole, like, oh yeah, let's go. Like this is ultimate. Like I'll actually be excited for the. I'll still be excited for the game. Of course, I'm a sports fan, but I'll even be excited for the halftime show. Usher, I like Usher. Once again, I do. I don't hate him. Come on, like his Confessions album, still the best album of 2004. Don't care what anybody says. Best album of 2004 was Usher Confessions. And you can argue with your mama, you can argue with a wall, you can either what, I don't care. But but yeah, I'm just really excited for the game. But let's go ahead and get to the Super Bowl predictions then, man, because we done all those preliminary talk. It's time for the last, not weekly pick 6, but the weekly pick 1 is the last prediction of this NFL season for this podcast until September. We got 7 months until we can't do this.
But wait, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. We have the draft coming up. We got the draft.
That's true, but I'm talking about the predictions, man. Yeah. Unless you want to go to the UFL, hell no.
The XFL just
yeah, I know USFL, the XFL, they became the UFL.
Yeah.
I will not. I'm not. I probably will. I don't know. I gotta think. Do I want to watch a UFL game this spring? I don't know.
They not that bad. I seen the Michigan Panthers game. St. Louis battle something.
I think Battlehawks something like. Okay, I might tune in. I might. It just depends. I might tune in. Who knows? But all right. But let's go with our Super Bowl predictions. It's our weekly pick 1 this time because we've got one game and it is the last game of the NFL season. It is the 49ers against the Chiefs. So, KJ, for the last time this NFL season, who do you got?
Every part of me wants to pick the San Francisco 49ers. Mr. Irrelevant himself. And my boy Christian McCaffrey. I want that man to get a ring. But come on, man, Patrick Mahomes. You saw how they just handed them that Ravens game? It's their year. I can't even be hopeful and go against them. I'm going for the Chiefs. No, I'm not going for the Chiefs. The Chiefs are going to win. I'm going for the 49ers. We are not Swifties over here.
Yeah. I am not a Swiftie. Far from it. Very far from it. However, I said after the Bills game, I'm not going against the Chiefs. I will continue that. I'm picking Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, and those Kansas City Chiefs. We have a dynasty on our hands, people. We do. We have the 2020 dynasty. We killed off the Patriots. That's to give birth to the Chiefs.
And Loki, they making a. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So give me the Chiefs to beat the 49ers 23-20 in a close and good game. But go with your point, KJ.
I'm not gonna lie. The Chiefs are making an enemy out of me. I really don't like it. There was a time, you know what I'm saying, I really didn't mind the Chiefs at all. I didn't mind Patrick Mahomes getting Super Bowl wins. I didn't mind Travis Kelce inventing the pulling the Soldier Boy and inventing the temp fade. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm holding the grudge. I'm not gonna lie. That last game. Really,
you mean that game that y'all should have won? That y'all should have.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. That thing kind of just soured me a little bit. I don't know if I can see the Chiefs the same. But I have a question for you.
What is your question?
if the Chiefs win the Super Bowl this year, where do you stack? Where do you stack Patrick Mahomes among Tom Brady? How close to him is he in that stratosphere? Because that would be 3 Super Bowls in 6 years, 5 years.
Yeah, 5, 6 years.
And they would have
Well,
been.
no.
This would have been back to back.
That'd be 3 Super Bowls in 5 years.
And they would have been back to back.
And most likely he'd be winning MVP.
Yep. Him or Travis.
You might have to put him at worst. You're putting him top 5 all time. If he wins this Super Bowl, at worst he is top 5 all time.
Yeah, definitely will replace Peyton Manning. I would say would be top 5. Maybe replacing Peyton or something.
Like at worst he's top 5. I don't know because as of now he's already the most talented quarterback we've ever seen. Even more so than Aaron Rodgers.
That's crazy to say.
Even more so than Aaron Rodgers. And not by a country margin, but Patrick Mahomes. You watch once again. You're talking about a guy who's watched the whole career. Oh my God, I'm old. To watch the whole career of Aaron Rodgers since he started in 2008 to now. Hey, you have 2, sir. Yeah, we both have seen Aaron Rodgers' whole career. So, wow. Now I know. I guess now I know how older football fans feel when they say, "Hey, I watched Joe Montana's whole career."
Right.
I like
Jim Thorpe play.
Yeah. No, but he's already the most talented quarterback that we've ever seen. Now, but if he wins a Super, he wins on top of that. It's not like with Aaron Rodgers, he won 1 Super Bowl early in his career and he's never gone back to a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
he has not only have made it back to multiple Super Bowls after winning that first one early in his career. He's won another one, and if he adds this one on top of that, once again going back to back and and having a team, though once again. I think the Chiefs' defense will actually be the difference in them actually winning the Super Bowl this time. That would be the dip. That's that at. But the thing is, Patrick Mahomes is still going to win the MVP, even though I don't think he'll have the performance that people think he is. But I'm still going with I still think Patrick Mahomes will make plays late in the game to win the game. But still, I would have to rank Patrick Mahomes no more. Who other than Tom Brady, possibly Joe Montana, can I put above? And still probably because there's not a lot of quarterbacks if he wins this second Super Bowl, especially now if he balls out, wins Super Bowl MVP and all that once again, and still wins third Super Bowl, once again, how can you put guys like Brett Favre, John Elway, Dan Marino, Johnny Unitas, Peyton Manning, Steve Young? How do you put all these guys over Patrick Mahomes? How do you do that? Even a Joe Montana.
I guess y'all have to find out next week, folks.
Yeah, even Joe Montana, because I wouldn't even put Joe Montana over. Even though Joe Montana would even if Patrick Mahomes wins this ring, Joe Montana would have one more ring than him. But Joe Montana never had the. Now Joe Montana is probably the best, actually the best Super Bowl as in playing Super Bowl quarterback of all time, because the guy had 11 touchdowns, 0 interceptions in the big game. Didn't make a single mistake. And also went 4-0, never lost. But still, I don't. I don't know how you. I don't know. There's not a lot of quarterbacks who will put over. Let's say Joe Montana, Patrick Mahomes. But how would you rank him if he won this Super Bowl? How would you rank Joe? I mean Joe Montana. Patrick Mahomes.
Like I said, y'all have to find out next week when we talk about it. But I will give a hint. He's definitely top 5. Definitely top 5. But like I said, next week I'll let y'all know exactly how I feel about Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I agree.
Win or lose.
He's no worse. Once again, in my opinion, he's no worse than top 5. But that's all for the football topics for today. We just can't wait for the Super Bowl. It's gonna be interesting. I know a lot of people, all the anti-Swifties, are pulling for the 49ers. But that's not the only big news that's happening. The NBA trade deadline has finally hit. I think it ended what time it ended today?
Like 4:00.
Yes. Oh yeah, we're recording this podcast on Thursday, February 8th, 2024. But so the trade deadline ended at 4:00, and a lot of different trades have happened. Let's start with a trade that happened with a contender. It got and this team is a contender in the East, and the Sixers trading for Buddy Hield. So, KJ, what are the specifics on that trade?
Well, the Sixers got, like we said, Buddy Hield. They traded away Marcus Morris, Farkan Korkmaz, and 3 second-round picks.
These second-round picks are
sharpshooter. Yeah, no, these second-round picks are going like hotcakes, man.
No, like nobody wants a first anymore. Like you just want a second-round pick. Like we think we're gonna find the next Jokic. I'm like, right. Okay.
I mean, they are. Like I said the other podcast, they are making the second round its own day. So I guess it's good for TV. But yeah, people just throwing these seconds. And I'm not seeing anybody, like you said, no first. Like I'm not seeing anybody going for like a 2024 first or like a 2025. It's all like 26, 27 and after.
Exactly.
It's not a good sign for the upcoming talent.
Definitely. But how do you feel about this trade, though?
With Joel Embiid going down, they kind of, even before Joel Embiid went down, they needed more 3-point shooting. And they got the best one out there. Definitely got the best one out there. So Buddy Hield is going to be a player that's really going to help their team. And they're giving away future compensation, and Marcus Morris, I guess, I think they got a great deal for Buddy Hield. Because Maxey, when Embiid comes back, I think Tobias Harris is hurt too. So they kind of down right now. So they making some moves, retooling. When they come back, they're going to be full strength. Buddy Hield is going to have an opportunity to really cement himself, or really honestly, for starters, get acclimated to the team and the roster and everything like that, especially with Joel Embiid out. But yeah, when they come back, they're gonna be nice.
How do I feel about this trade? It's good. It's nice for the Sixers. It's kind of funny how Lakers fans like years ago thought they were going to get like Buddy Hield to play with LeBron and stuff like that.
Hurt.
I really
we needed it. Him and Turner was ours. We just didn't want to give up.
Yeah, like
the 26 pick, which we did anyway. Anyway, you could have had. I don't want to win, bro.
That was I really because the Lakers were supposed to Buddy Hield and Miles Turner to pair with AD and LeBron. That
just listen to that starting five. It don't matter who you put in your fourth spot. You can put
So
an Energizer Bunny there, and they gonna go. They are going to go. I'm so pissed at the Lakers, man. Rob Pelinka did his thing with the last trade deadline, man.
like,
Ugh.
y'all was supposed to like, come on, Lakers, y'all was supposed to have. Like you could have had to start like item of LeBron, Austin Reeves, Buddy Hield,
Oh God.
AD, and you could have pushed AD to the four, which is actually he plays better actually that at that position, and then Miles Turner who could defend the paint because actually AD the reason why the Lakers won the championship in 2020 is not just because people not just because of the bubble and all that stuff like everybody had the same like everybody had the same advantages, but for some reason Lakers had better advantages than others. But anyway, but 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 yeah, what actually helped the Lakers win the championship is they had a rotation of centers. So they had Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee, and I forgot who else. But they had a triple rotation of centers where AD can now play the power forward role where he can just be a roamer. And that actually really helped the Lakers defense. So that way you can continue to hide LeBron on defense and and just in case, because LeBron doesn't play defense anymore.
He's like 60 years old, man. Give him a break.
He hasn't played defense since like 2017. Well, honestly, really like 2015. He hasn't. LeBron hasn't played defense really in probably around almost going on a decade now. If you're really, really being honest, it's just that it's gotten progressively worse the older he's gotten. But anyway, but yeah, that's the reason why that's the reason why the Lakers were able to win the championship in 2020. AD was able to play that power forward roamer role and on defense he was able to play that roamer role and basically fill in those pockets where the Lakers had deficits. So, but that's why they needed the Miles Turner. But anyway,
they didn't want Miles Turner. They wanted to go get Christian Wood instead. Man.
But let's talk about the Sixers. I just wanted to mention that really funny fact. It's just hilarious to me. But this doesn't move me. I know that the Sixers are better. I know, especially with the other move that they made, and which we'll mention right after this one. I know that they're better, but it still hinges on their main guy, Joel Embiid. It really does. Because year after year after year, they're the this is gonna hurt our man Brizzy, but sorry, my man, but your Sixers are the Cowboys of the NBA.
Dang. And you are absolutely right. Wow.
They are. Have all this promise, have all this talent, have all this hype, only to not make it out of the second round. Only to not make it past the second round.
They could also be the Falcons.
No.
No, even the Falcons won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, the Falcons have been to the Super Bowl. Honestly, more recently than the Sixers have made it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Let that sink in.
But that's I don't know. The Falcons have made it to the Super Bowl and may have made it to a conference finals or for the football conference championship, but a conference finals, once again more recently than the Sixers have. But anyway, yeah, that's what the Sixers are, and I know it's gonna hurt our man Brizzy for me to hear him to hear that, but it's the truth is the truth. I haven't made it past the second round with you've blamed Ben Simmons, you've blamed James Harden, you've blamed all this, but what has been the central? You've blamed Jimmy Butler for I don't know messing with the team chemistry or whatever. But what has been remained the same? Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid. Either
Process.
every single time that the Sixers need him to step up, and actually be that dominant center, not just in the regular season. Yes, I understand he's leading the league in scoring. He's an MVP front runner. Though if he continues to sit out, he's not going to be able to be eligible for MVP. But yes, he's leading the league in scoring. Yeah, he's scoring 35, 36 points a game. I understand that. He puts out big stats in the regular season. But guess what? I have seen it before. I saw it last year when he won the MVP. I've seen it years before that when he's put up. He's played very, very well in the regular season. But yet when the Sixers need him the most in the postseason, he's either hurt or he does not come up big.
Like Dak Prescott.
I mean, I'm just saying. And you can blame Tobias Harris. Once again, you can blame Tobias Harris. You can blame Ben Simmons a few years ago. You can blame James Harden a few years ago. But what has been the one constant that's always been there, and that's been Joel Embiid. And he's also to blame for that. So, my thing is, add whoever you want to, Sixers. But yes, Buddy Hield is a good piece, but he's not going to be the reason why y'all go over the hump. Y'all have added pieces before that have improved your team. But what has happened? Your superstar, your franchise player, your main guy, Joel Embiid, has not stepped up when you needed him the most. Come on. The guy was getting locked up by a 65-year-old Al Horford. And yes.
He's not 7 foot tall.
Exactly. A 6'8". This man was getting, once again, this man was getting punked by a 72-year-old 6'7" Al Horford. And yes, I keep on going up in age and down on the height. It's a running joke on this podcast.
That man Benjamin Button, bro. On the bad way.
Exactly. But, no. Joel Embiid, now is the time. Because I'm really done with the excuses. Like, he can say all he wants. No. Time to man up in the playoffs. Because that's where all these moves are actually going to matter. That's yeah. But it is what it is. But another move that the Sixers made was they traded Pat Bev to the Bucks. And what was the details on this trade, KJ?
So they gave Pat Bev to the Bucks in exchange for Cameron Payne and a second-round pick. They're going to the second. And I mean, I guess they traded defense and got better a little offensively and got a little younger, but it doesn't really move the needle. Buddy Hield kind of moves the needle a smidge, but I think that trade is more beneficial for the Bucks than for the Sixers, because the Bucks honestly they're admitting that they miss Drew Holiday. His perimeter defense. So they went to go get a great value Drew Holiday to back up Dame, and honestly Dame and they both kind of small, but Dame and Patrick Beverly, I guess you could say compliment a little bit. Definitely better than Dame and Cam Payne.
Well, and honestly, they didn't really need they could get rid of campaign because they didn't need the extra offense. Like you said, they have Dame. So yeah, honestly, I do think that trade. Because I was thinking about it, help the Bucks a little bit because they do need a little bit of defense. Because their defense has not been good this season, and people I understand they replaced Adrian Griffin with Doc Rivers, and we did talk about.
But Doc been 1-4. Doc has been 1-4 since he's been there. Now I'm kind of giving him a pass because he just got there, so you know what I'm saying. He ain't been there but 72 hours. So
All I know is that I can't wait till the Bucks fail in the second round, and I watch another RDC World sketch. That's all. Anyway, yes, them getting Doc Rivers doesn't like you might as well would have kept Adrian Griffin, but I guess it is what it is. Yeah, you needed some defense, so and like you said, they missed Drew Holiday, where Damian makes up an offense. You kind of lose in defense when it comes to you losing Drew Holiday. So, whew. But I think once again, I think I think it helps the Bucks. Now, is it going to move the needle for me? Once again, Doc Rivers is your head coach. I think eventually the Bucks are going to flunk out in the second round. They are, because come on, that's what Doc Rivers led teams do, and it's all because of his coaching. We've seen it. We see it in Philly. We see it with the LA Clippers. We seen it after that one championship in 2008 with the Celtics. All of his teams have underachieved. We saw him when he's with the Magic, and he had Tracy McGrady. All of his teams have underachieved, and eventually, it just can't be the players. Sometimes, like, it's you as the coach, or maybe a combination of the two. So, we'll see how the East how the East goes out. But this move that the Sixers made, I do think once again it helped the Bucks, but how much? We'll see. But the Mavs made a couple moves. KJ, what are some moves that the Mavericks have made to help Luka?
So the Mavericks have been looking for a little bit more offense, and a little bit more help on the center side. So they went and got Daniel Gafford from your Wizards, a center.
Yep, we taking.
I think you said they gave a first round for him. Crazy.
Yeah,
but they also plucked from my team too. They got my boy PJ Washington, a really good stretch for it. And in return for that, we received Grant Williams, Seth Curry, and a first round pick. I personally feel like we fleeced them because PJ Washington is good, but he ain't two rotation players in the first good.
I don't know.
So Grant Williams, I mean I'll get to that when we talk about more trades. But the PJ Washington, I definitely think that helps Dallas a lot actually.
Are you sure?
Yeah, PJ Washington is he might have been on Charlotte, but he is pretty straight.
No. I know PJ Washington is good. I know. Like, I know he's good. But okay, this is my problem. And I've said this on this podcast. We've tried Luka with a big man that could stretch the floor before. Tried it with Porzingis. Tried it with Christian Wood. Both times didn't work. Maybe we got to start looking at Luka's play style, because this is gonna be his third stretch 4 in a row. Be your third stretch 4, and of course I know they still got Kyrie over there. People act like it's just Luka by himself. I'm like, he does have Kyrie. Kyrie is an all-star, like an all-NBA level performer, people. I mean, it's not like he ain't nothing. But anyway.
World. But I mean,
yes.
you got Luka, you got Kyrie, you got Maxi Kleber, you got PJ Washington, you still got Tim Hardaway, Powell.
All
That's
I
true.
know, all I know is that Luka's play style is not conducive to with a stretch floor with a stretch big man. But he could prove me wrong with PJ Washington. But we've seen once again. We thought, hey, him and Porzingis are going to be a great 1-2 punch. Didn't work.
But Porzingis kept getting hurt. That was Porzingis' problem.
Even when they
Christian
were
Wood
on.
is good, but he's not nothing to build a team to help build a team around.
Hey, that's what they thought. He was going to be that stretch four that can stretch five. I mean, or that stretch big man that can help them. That can help Luka.
Okay, so let me ask you this. They just got PJ Washington from the Charlotte Hornets.
Mm-hmm.
From my Charlotte Hornets. Um
Now I see
I
Daniel
would
Gafford working with
almost
them better.
see I would almost see in flashes Luca and LaMelo playing similar playing styles. Because they're both flashy, a lot of footwork. They take long threes and they make good passes. And neither one of them play defense. So I'm like, okay, so you're going from. I feel like Luca might be a upgrade over Lamelo, especially because he's not really injured like that. But if PJ Washington didn't pop, I don't know. Dallas is a better team than Charlotte, so hopefully it does work out for them though.
First of all, it's no might be Luka is an upgrade over Lamelo. But anyway, but nah, I don't see Lamelo in though I haven't watched that much of Lamelo of like his whole career, so maybe I need to watch more of him. Uh, but whenever I see him, I know Luka's play style. Like watching him Luka a lot. The man plays, as I said, this man plays like James Harden. What has James Harden has always done best with what kind of big man? Oh, a big man that can screen and roll to the basket. You never put James Harden with a stretch four or like a stretch five, a
But
guy
that's why
like
you
that.
go out. That's why you go out and get Daniel Gafford, because Daniel Gafford can do the pick and pop. He
Exactly,
can do
and
the pick
that's
and pop.
why, and that's why I'm saying I don't know if PJ Washington with the Bears is and that's not. I don't think it's going to work as well as people think it's going to work. Because, like I said, we have seen we've seen the Dallas Mavericks do this twice, as I just mentioned with those two players. Now, is Christian Wood like that super stretch, like not to the level of like a Kristaps Porzingis, but still like he's in that stretch four kind of stretch five kind of mold, and it still did not work. And now you're once again getting another stretch four with again PJ Washington. Is it going to work? I don't think so because of Luka's play style plays better with a big man that can screen and roll to the basket, i.e., why I believe Daniel Gafford will be a better fit. This is my opinion. I think Daniel Gafford will be a better fit than PJ Washington. And because, once again, because I always say because of the play style of Luka, because I don't get how people think Luka plays like LeBron. I'm like, how do you watch Luka play and get white LeBron? No, you get white or European. You don't get European LeBron. You get European James Harden.
European James Harden.
Like that's literally how he plays. Like you can if you watch James Harden in his prime and you watch Luka right now, there it is virtually the same game.
But
Except
okay, so do
Luka might be except Luka is bigger, and because he's bigger, and Luka's bigger and a little bit better playmaker.
but do these moves move the needle for the Dallas Mavericks? Keep my alliteration.
Yeah. Do those moves move the needle for the Dallas Mavericks? I don't know. You answer the question first because I'm trying to think on that.
I think it does. I think it does. I think the Dallas Mavericks are currently sitting at 8, right above the Lakers in the West. Yep. It definitely puts them over Sacramento. It definitely puts them over New Orleans.
Oh,
Does
you're
it put
talking
them
about
over
as in seeding. See, man, I'm thinking. See, when you
Yeah,
talk
because
about moving the
that's
needle,
what moving the needle. Like you can get all these players and your team could be good, but if you don't get better seeding, it don't move the needle for you. I think
doesn't
that's
move.
moving the needle because you're getting two big men who can play. You got an extra center and you have a better four. You're now you're better at the four position.
Okay, in terms of that, yes, I believe it does move the needle for the Dallas Mavericks. I do believe that they will get a better seeding, and Luca will get that MVP that I've been predicting that he'll win. Like it's
God,
like how I predict
like
Josh
Josh
Allen to win
Allen,
it. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Like I
you snake biting both of them. They ain't gonna never get one.
probably, man. Maybe I need to start predicting the both of them win MVP, but I have to. But anyway, yeah. Sorry, I had to take a sip of water. But yeah, moving the needle, yes. I do believe they'll get a higher seating because of these new moves. However, do would I still put them ahead of like Phoenix and the Nuggets when it comes to the championship chase in the in the West, because I honestly think those are the only real two teams that can make a championship run.
You don't think the Clippers can make a run?
Oh, sorry. Adding the Clippers. Sorry. Three teams. Sorry, because the rest, yeah, outside of Phoenix, Denver, and the Clippers. Outside of that, yes, I understand OKC and Minnesota are 1 and 2 in the West, but
That boy Anthony Edwards, MVP esque.
and I know you got shot with OKC.
I ain't worried about OKC. They young, they're talented. They not there yet. They're not there yet.
Yeah. It feels like that, it feels like they're not there yet. But I don't want to underestimate. I just want to completely write them off. But
They
it does.
are they are the they are a young version of Sacramento. That's how I see them. I envision the Dallas Mavericks and the Phoenix Suns being on par with one another. And then you have obviously you have for me Minnesota would be three, and then you would have the clip that you would have I guess Denver. Boo, I don't like them because of last year. And then the Clippers.
Um, I only see once again. I only see three actual contenders in the West, and once again, that's Denver. That's the Clippers. That's the Phoenix Suns. Everybody else, you're either going to be a first or second round exit. That's just the way I see it. I see more contenders in the East. I see about five people that can make it to the finals in the East, and that's Celtics, that's the Cavs, that's the Bucks, that's the Knicks, and that's the Sixers. And I've got a couple other possibles, and this is a couple other possibles in the Miami Heat, because with Jimmy buckets they might get hot, and so that's the only one possible. So that's 6 teams. I was gonna say the Pacers, but I'm like, nah, they're not good. They're not good enough defensively. I don't think they're not a good enough team defensively for me to actually say, you know what, they're gonna make a run for it. Like, nah, because in the playoffs, that's when actually defense start to ramp up a little bit more.
They
And
could
yeah,
though. You got Halliburton. You got Mathurin.
unless
You got
unless
Siakam. You don't have Buddy Hield no more, but you still have Miles Turner.
they have to be able to ramp it up on the defensive end. I'm talking about as a collective unit.
Yeah.
Like they've got to be able to turn it up on the defensive end. And if they're not able to do that, you're not gonna just, hey, we're gonna win every single game in the playoffs 145 to 140. No, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because eventually, because in a 7 game series, things slow down because you're facing the same team, over and over and over again. So eventually, they're going to pick up on your tendencies. They're going to more focus in on you and focus in on what you do well. So, yeah, I really don't see any. But yeah, back to the Mavs though. Back to the Mavs. Yes, those two moves, I do see them getting a higher seed. Now, do I believe that they're going to make it to the finals or the Western Conference Finals? I don't know about that. I can
Nah,
say I can say second round, and then it depends on who they face.
yeah.
It depends on who they face.
If they play
But
Denver, they're going home. If they play the Clippers, they're going home.
yeah, and if they play the Suns, I believe that they're going home as well.
They might. That's a game 7 home though. Like they gonna push that one. I really feel like KD
Because
versus Luka is just
because
even.
people talk about, Luka's got the Suns number, but if I remember correctly, every single time Luka has beaten the Suns, Kevin Durant has not
Has not
played.
played it.
He has not played. It's different. It is different when you play the Suns with KD, Bradley Beal, and Devin Booker. When they got their full complement, I need to see that. And when the Suns have their full complement of of weapons, I've got to. I don't know if the Dallas Mavericks can actually beat them in a 7 game series. Now, if they did not have KD, the Mavericks have a good chance. But with no, I don't know. But other moves, the Knicks made a move. They traded for Bojan Bogdanovic. Cannot say his name, from the Pistons.
Yeah. Detroit making splashes.
So,
um
what was the details on this trade?
okay, so we basically traded away. So not only did they get Bojan Bogdanovic, the only reason why I know how to say his name is because he plays for the Pistons. My Pistons. Not only did they get Bojan Bogdanovic, but they also got Alec Burks. And we got Quentin Grimes, woo, Malachi Flynn, Evan Fournier, and 2 second-round picks. I am satisfied. I honestly, I'm gonna talk about a little bit of the Pistons perspective, and then the real, the Knicks perspective, because that's what we talking about.
Yeah.
From the Pistons, we have been, I think since last year we've been looking to trade Bojan. We wanted a first for him. He's like 34, 33. He kind of up there. In age.
Yeah, you ain't gonna really get no first from him.
Yeah, you're not finna get no first for him. And then I think this offseason we brought in Alec Burks to kind of help Cade a little bit, and also be a mentor to our younger, like Marcus. What is his name? Sasser.
Yeah.
I guess he kind of fulfilled his duty, so we kind of was just like, okay, we about to give him to New York. But both of those players are very good, very efficient. New York is not only getting like experience, veteran leadership with these 2 players, but they're also getting really, really good 3-point shooters. Like really, really good. I think Bojan is averaging like 20 this year. Alec is averaging a little less, but that's because we have like 50 people on our roster. I don't know how many. Man, our rotation is crazy.
Y'all got an amalgamation of young players.
I like that. Yep. That, which is why we brought in Alec Burks. But so Alec Burks is also good at the 3-point shooting. But us getting Quentin Grimes, first of all, us getting rid of Boyan is meaning that we are not. Yeah, we are definitely starting um Asher Thompson, and
Definitely.
I'm ready for that because that man is going to be on the come up. I think I be telling y'all about Jalen Duran.
Future
That man
best
has
big man in the league, I guess.
future best big man in the league. Watch it. He ain't he ain't boy how old? 16? No, I'm just playing. He's like 19. He's like 19. But we got Jaden Ivey as well, who just scored 37 in the last game. I think he scored 30 before that. So, you know what I'm saying? Don't play around with it. But, we have all of these players who can score and do this, that, and the third. Quentin Grimes brings a little bit of defense and, toughness. His last name, I feel like his last name is Grimes for a reason because he grimed me on the court
Exactly.
with Detroit and what we've always been doing since we've been the Detroit Pistons. Malachi Flynn, I guess he's pretty decent rotation. Evan Fournier is going. I feel like we might buy him out. I don't think he gonna stay with us, and if he does, I don't know what he gonna do because the New York Knicks definitely did not use him. But yeah. So as far as the New York Knicks go, you have Jalen Brunson, who is looking like MVP type player, looking like a player that the Dallas Mavericks could use. Funny they traded him away. Randall is hurt. You got Hartenstein. You got Boyan. You have who else? Who else is on that team that's really good?
OG.
DiVincenzo, OG Anunoby, who they traded for. That I guess he's still a part of this trade deadline thing. They got a solid team. They don't really have like superstars on that team, but that whole team is solid. I honestly am kind of scared of the Knicks a little bit.
Like I was about to say, they could remind you of a 2004 Detroit Pistons, like no superstars, just all really good players playing
Yeah,
together as one.
literally.
How do I feel about this? I don't really feel. Like I said, I didn't realize how much better that the Knicks would look with OG Anunoby. Like that first game where he played with them, I'm like, wow, the Knicks are really, really good. And then, but I think the last time I saw the Knicks, the Lakers beat them, but OG nor Randall played, so you gotta give that that victory with a grain of salt. But But yeah, it's just I guess it's another weapon for another 3-point shooter for the Knicks. There you see that they're really trying to make moves to really upgrade their roster because I think they're really trying to make a finals run. This team like that's what they're thinking. Like the Knicks fans, Knicks faithful, they're like, listen, we made it to the second round. Who's to say? And the Heat beat us in about 6 games, but I think it was a tough 6 games. So we had a chance to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, and we could probably have a chance to do even more of that. So all these moves are just, hey, we need to make a finals run. Now, is this the definitive move that I say, hey, the Knicks are going to probably make the finals? No. But do I give them a chance at least making it to the Eastern Conference Finals? You better believe it.
Yeah.
I give them a good chance to at least make it to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, especially if they played like the Philadelphia 76ers and Joel Embiid does his little I'm gonna underperform again. So
Yeah, if they have to play the Sixers at any point in time, they're gonna beat them. The Sixers might as well just concede, not even waste their time.
yeah, no, but
But I feel like this might make New York number 2.
oh, they might go to the number 2 seed.
Yeah, I think this makes them number 2 in the East.
I mean, they got a good chance of being it. I'm not gonna say no. but I'm also not going to say yes. I'm not. So I'm
For
going to
sure.
wait and see. But I do. They do have a good chance of being the number 2 seed in the East. Once again, you still got Philly out there. You still got the Bucks out there. You even got the Cavs, who are. I don't think a lot of people are talking about their like 7-8 grade winning streak. I know ESPN ain't definitely ain't talking about it, but they're number 2 in the East right now. So, but yeah, that's really all the trades that I really wanted to talk about. Now I have a question.
Yeah.
Who is, in your mind, who's the big winner and big loser of this trade deadline?
Big winner and big loser. I think the big winner of this trade deadline might, in totality of all the trades, I think the big winner might be the Knicks. Because not only did they just get Boyan and Alec Burks, they also, like I said, they got OG Anunoby. So the Knicks just have like talent, good talent on their team. Um, the worst. I mean, I have two teams who are the worst in this trade deadline, and those two teams are the LA Lakers and the Golden State Warriors. Because y'all didn't make not one move. LA doing all this talk about, oh, we want Buddy, oh, we want Miles Turner, oh, we want DeJounte Murray. Didn't get neither one of those three.
None.
The Golden State Warriors were honestly thinking about giving away
Klay Thompson.
Klay Thompson and Wiggins. Kind of glad they didn't do that, but y'all didn't make any moves to acquire anything. And the Mavericks got better. So good luck to y'all boys. Personally, I like what my Hornets did. Because, buddy, getting off of that contract of Gordon Hayward,
Shoo.
that is a blessing. That feel like for my anime people out there, that feel like when Piccolo takes off his hat. That's a weight remove, buddy. But yeah, what about you?
Big winner. Well, yeah, I gotta go. Personally, my big winner was my Wizards because we made moves to keep on tanking. You know, we're keeping an eye on the prize. I think we got a first round pick for Daniel Gafford. So, like I said, we're keeping an eye on the prize, trying to we're not trying to win. We're in complete 100% rebuilding mode, and so any move that'll get us like a first round pick, I'm fine with it. Daniel Gafford. I like Daniel Gafford. He was a nice player, but was he moving the needle? No, he wasn't. We're the worst team in the NBA, so of course he was not moving the needle.
Y'all gotta be worse than the Pistons, man.
We are.
Y'all gotta try harder to be bad.
we record wise, we're only better than y'all by 2 games. But if you actually look on the court, if you actually watched, like.
Oh, we're slaughtering y'all.
Like,
we're slaughtering y'all. I don't care that y'all.
When I watch because we're at Labet and because my Wizards suck, I don't have the chance to watching Wizards game that often. However, when I do, I consistently say to myself, we are the worst team in basketball. Like, there's no, like, I've watched a game of your Pistons. I'm like, when I watch your Pistons in comparison to my Wizards, I'm like, there is no damn way that this team has a worse record than my Wizards. This team is better than my Wizards. I look like watching Jalen Duren, who really, I remember I was watching a Pistons game and I was texting how I was impressed with the guy with Jalen Duren.
Didn't he score like he got a 2020? That was a 2020 game. I think he was texting me.
It was something. Yeah, I was really
double, but it was something crazy like that.
Yeah, like he really impressed. I'm like, so this is what KJ was talking about, that he's the future. Like I see the
And
talent.
look, I'm over here talking about Kyle Kuzma. I feel like Jalen Duren can guard Kyle Kuzma. He come out on that wing.
But yeah, and also also that game, a guy and Jaden Ivey really impressed me. Was just like his athleticism and his fearlessness, and how he was just kept on taking that ball to the hoop, and like like I'm like, why aren't you playing this guy more? Uh, like let I
Because we had Boyan. Because Boyan was hogging the minutes.
like I'm like yeah he need yeah like because he needed to play more like now like I believe like did Jaden I like did he have a jump shot, a consistent jump shot? No, Jaden Ivey didn't. But I liked what I saw of him. Like you just got to keep on playing him and let him figure things out. Uh, so, but yeah, my Wizards are a. But going back because I always getting off on tangents, MC Ron. Uh, but yeah, my Wizards were a big winner because we're just making moves to But I might agree with you with with the Knicks being big winners as well because of those moves that they made. I really do see them making a run. I can literally see them in the Eastern Conference Finals this year. Like at first, I said the OG and Newbie didn't move me, but guess what? It proved me wrong. So I'm willing to eat that crow. It's all right. But yeah, now I can definitely see them in the Eastern Conference Finals. I can see that. And possibly the Mavericks. It just depends on if if PJ Washington can mesh with Luka correctly, all bets are off. Like they might be really really good. But it just depends on that. It just really all depends on that. But my big losers are, of course, your Lakers, man. Well, not your Lakers, but yeah, your Lakers. You talk all this like you talking about DeJounte Murray. I know they talk about Buddy Hield, Miles Turner. They've been plenty of guys that the Lakers have been talking about getting to. They've been talking about getting to help their chances, not really just help their chances just to make it out the West, not even make it, not even to win a championship, just to make it out the West. And you didn't do anything.
Jack squat.
That's my biggest loser. Like that is, and you might say the Warriors, but the thing is, the Warriors, they're stubbornly sticking to their formula of, Clay, Draymond, Steph. This trio has brought us 4 championships. This trio has brought us, our dynasty. This trio has given us all the success that we've had over this past decade. We're not gonna break this trio up. We're not gonna trade none of this trio. I don't know. There's something to say. At first, I thought, they shouldn't trade Clay. The more I thought about it, the more I was like, maybe you should. Maybe it's time. All good things must come to the end. All dynasties end sometime. Look, the Patriots dynasty ended. The Golden State Warriors dynasty, it's coming to an end. It is going to be coming to an end. And if it's not ended if it has not ended already. But really but I'm still not going to consider them the biggest loser. Once again, the Lakers, like as far as like teams with championship aspirations, definitely Los Angeles Lakers biggest loser. Because you didn't make a move, and you felt like they were trying to, but Ah, just crazy, just crazy, just crazy. Also, but that's all with the NBA. That's all with the NBA trade talk. Um, Something else happened in the NBA. Kobe's statue has unveiled.
Happy Mamba Day, by the
Yes,
way.
happy Mamba Day, happy Mamba Day. Oh yeah, it's 2/8/24. Yeah, for Gianna is 2, Kobe 8, and then his other was 24. Wow, it is Kobe Bryant Day. Crap, man, didn't even realize. But
I should have worn my Kobe's.
yeah. But yeah, the statue was in the form of when he was walking off the court of his 81 point game. But it's crazy though. This makes what the fourth Laker to get a statue.
Yeah, he got one. Kareem got one. Magic got one.
And one
Shaq
in
got
Shaq. Wow. So like outside of Staples Center, it's just like
every exit, north,
I
south,
know,
east,
like
west,
every
you don't have a statue.
I know.
It's crazy too because it's the one where Kobe was walking off the field of the court, putting his finger up.
Yeah.
Bandage finger up after the 81 points.
Yeah.
Which I first feel like he could have got 100, but that's neither here nor there.
He probably could have, but I thought it was gonna be of like. I understand why they chose that one. It's 81 point game. It was, but I thought the statue was gonna be like of him, like I don't know, like because I think on the it was a post. It was saying like, hey, what do you think like Kobe statue should be? And I think I wanted to see of the jersey tug and him having the 24 because for me, whenever I think of Kobe Bryant, like the legendary Kobe Bryant, I think of that number 24 more than the 8. Now 8, whenever I hear 8 Kobe Bryant, I think of young Kobe. I think of Fro Kobe. The exciting player who's still great. He's still great. But whenever I think of the legend Kobe Bryant, I think 24. But I don't know. That's me. That's me. But it doesn't matter. But I'm glad Kobe. For me, I just feel like his 24 was more iconic. But how do you? What about you? What is your thought process on it? But I'm happy he got his statue. R.I.P. Kobe.
I feel like I mean they would have gotten it right with any statue of Kobe. But I feel like they picked the 81 because that was one of the most like distinct Kobe. It was like the more distinct idea because not only do you have a historical moment, but you also have, when you're looking at that statue, you're looking at Kobe Bryant, but you're also remembering the stat, the 81, which we don't know since who's had 81 points. Nobody. So yeah, I think they wanted to like encapsulate that moment and put him in a West Wing. I don't know which wing he's on, but yeah, I'm cool with it. I like it. I thought it looked nice.
Oh yeah, it was.
So my question now is, I know this is Kobe Day, but if the Lakers give LeBron a statue, they're gonna put him like on the top of the dome?
Lakers aren't gonna give LeBron a statue. He's not known as a Laker.
No,
he's known as a Cavalier. He's a Cleveland Cavalier. And the Cleveland Cavaliers better give LeBron James a statue and it better be of him, doing his famous dunk. Like that's what I see. Or him doing the powder toss. It doesn't matter which one, but yeah, LeBron's not.
Nah, maybe the where he do the little sit down. He pushes his hands like he's trying to push the ground down.
Oh yeah, the silencer.
Yeah. The silencer. There we go.
I don't know.
Nah, they're gonna make him look like Iron Man. Never mind.
But yeah, I'm just once again R.I.P. Kobe. It is Kobe Bryant Day. I'm just glad, I am glad that he got his statue. That he did. I just wish that he was alive to see it. That's the main thing. That's the main
For sure.
thing. But that's all for the NBA topics, and it is still Black History Month. All right, it's still Black History Month, and in honor of Black History Month, in honor of Black History Month, I want to shout out these two guys. They were the first Black pro football players. They were Fitz Pollard and Bobby Marshall. They're the two first Black football players. Looks like one played for. It said the Akron Pros. I don't know. It came in. It was in 1920. People. It was a long, over 100 years ago. So, but shout out to those two guys. Shout out to those two guys who made a way for now. We see the league is about, I don't know, like what, 70% Black.
Yeah.
It's like, well, probably not that much Black, but definitely the skill positions.
Yeah,
definitely the skill.
Every now and then you have your Julian Edelmans and
your
Wes Welkers, your Hunter Renfros.
I know. But because without those two, we wouldn't be able to see guys like Megatron and Julio Jones and like Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, Terrell Owens. Think about the running backs, Barry Sanders, Eric Dickerson, LaDainian Tomlinson, Adrian Peterson. Man. They go back to the corners like Darrelle Revis, Deion Sanders, Richard Sherman. Don't try me with a sorry receiver like Michael Crabtree,
Mediocre.
No. Yeah, just in honor of Black History Month. I know we didn't really have a huge Black History topic, but I just wanted to give a shout out to those two guys, but for paving the way for all. Because you hear about Jackie Robinson, like that's the famous sports, but these two guys came before Jackie Robinson. Because Jackie Robinson didn't come to 1947, and these guys were in 1920. So it wasn't like there were people before Jackie Robinson in pro sports. There were Black people before it. Just like how there was before Rosa Parks, there was another lady. Yeah, I forgot. I keep on forgetting her name. But she did the same thing Rosa Parks did. But Rosa Parks is the one that gets known. That gets known is the one that is known. But there was a lady before her. But shouts out to that. We're gonna wrap up this podcast like we always do with our last second shoutouts. So, KJ, who in the sports world do you have to shout out?
Well, since you inspired me on the Black History, I have two shout outs. My first shout out is to Arthur Ashe, the first and only Black man to win a Wimbledon, a US Open, and an Australian Open, and he was the first Black man to ever be ranked number 1 in the world as a tennis player. My other shout out, not as historical in that sense, but I want to shout out to RJ Davis, our North Carolina Tar Heel, because the other day when we played Clemson, I believe it was yesterday,
Lost.
lost. I know, but
I was
him
pissed
and
off, man.
Lawson
How do we
passed.
beat Duke? But
As long as we beat
oh,
Duke,
yeah, go ahead.
hey,
Sorry.
look, as long as we beat
Yeah.
Duke, okay, I'll take it. But yeah, he just passed Michael Jordan for 15th all time in UNC points history, scoring history.
Ooh,
Yeah.
crazy. You
Yep.
think that Michael Jordan would be higher on that list of points all time? You think Michael Jordan would be number one all time in
Right.
points in UNC history?
Nope.
He's just only 15th.
15th.
Like,
You forgetting
and then
about
that makes you
Stallworth and Hansbrough.
it's crazy. Well, my shout out, I'm going to give another historical shout out. We talked about black quarterbacks last podcast. Well, the first black quarterback in the modern era NFL was Marlon Briscoe. He played for the Broncos. He threw looks like he threw 14 touchdowns over like 5 starts.
Okay.
But yeah, it was in the 1968 season. So
But black men can't be quarterbacks, but we can't throw touchdown passes.
Yeah, but hey, but hey, that's almost 3 touchdowns per game, almost. But yeah, shouts out to you, Marlon Briscoe. You said, yeah, the first one, the one who paid the road for guys like now Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes now. But my second shout out goes to I'm gonna copy you, KJ. The UNC Tar Heels for beating Duke. Come on, yes, we lost. Was it Tuesday or Wednesday? We lost the other day to Clemson, but we're not going to talk about that. All right, that didn't happen. I'm like that for my memory banks. I remember us beating Duke. That's what I'm going to remember. Once again, it just feels good. Any day is good where the UNC Tar Heels win and the Duke Blue Devils lose. And I just want y'all to and also Duke Blue Devils. I want to remind you of this. Your most famous coach, your greatest coach in your history, Coach K, went out a loser to the UNC Tar Heels. We closed that chapter.
Hey, hold on. I just have we showed that chapter, and my other team also closed out the Nick Saban chapter. I'm a dynasty ender, bro.
Exactly. Yeah.
Coach, pop you next.
But yeah, but that's all the time we have, folks. I am MC Ron with his co-host.
It's Kenneth, y'all.
And we are keeping it 10 toes down. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to be on the podcast and talk your sports stuff with the best in the business, that is me and my co-host KJ. All you have to do is one of 2 things. Either send an email to keepingit10toesdown@gmail.com. That is keepingit10toesdown@gmail.com. Or send us a direct message on Instagram. That is at Keeping It 10 Toes. That is at Keeping It 10 Toes. And keeping it 10 toes with you, Swifties, all you Swifties out there, don't watch the Super Bowl. I'm just joking. Y'all ruining no, Swifties, y'all ruining football for me. You're ruining it for me, saying that Travis Kelce invented the 10th fade or Taylor Swift invented the swag serving. Black people have been doing that for years upon years.
Blasphemy.
Man, I wanted to when I read that, Taylor Swift is behind the viral dance of swag serving, I nearly went blind in both my eyes.
Hey, let me tell you something. I have a prediction before we close this out.
Yeah.
A total time we are going to see Taylor Swift in this Super Bowl. 13.
13. Either 13 seconds or 13 minutes. Hopefully it's 13 milliseconds. But either way. You all have a wonderful night and enjoy Super Bowl Sunday.
The sun is under my feet and I come in peace to compete. I don't run if you athlete. My statistics go up in weeks and I go visit the nearest creek and I get busy. Yo, mini MC really ballistic. Anybody can see any assistance. Everybody to see some persistence. Recognize I be really too vicious. The permanent beast and the demolition. Breaking up the street. Better partition. Better dot your T. Hannibal mention. How all you see. Putting my dick in the rap industry. Everybody bitching. Getting mad at me. Recognize Kendrick in a battery. And I'm charged up in a catastrophe. It's charged up in audacity. Y'all fucks never gonna hassle me and y'all